Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 concepts in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 23. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. The starting metal is organic compound. You are in the possibility of coupling the new CC bond. You are in the step of reductive elimination. The product possibilities they given. So the coupling is direct, or you have methane, or you have alkene, or you have tertiary butane. So from the structure and possible answers, you might realize the question is really about mechanism versus product formation. The answer is C. Let us see how. Let us analyze the intermediate and its possibilities. First, let us look at A. A is the simple combination of carbon-carbon coupling. You have the end product there with direct alkene. So the reductive elimination there, carbon-carbon coupled there. Here I given the colors for coupling, it will be easy to understand. Then the B1. B1 is just a beta hydrogen elimination. You have methane there. Here alkene is formed and coordinated with metal during there. So beta hydrogen elimination, methane is formed. Let us look at D structure. We start from the P, which is intermediate in the B. Here the alkene insert between metal hydrogen bond and metal methyl bond. If it insert between metal hydrogen bond, you have answer D, which is tertiary butane. The another possibility is MCH3 bond insertion. It is not possible. Metal carbon bond is stronger. Insertion is not favorable there, which results in the C structure, which is definitely not possible. So the concepts you have to learn here is the possibility of reductive coupling. The coupling can be direct or with the beta hydrogen elimination or with the alkene coordination and CH insertion. Then the question number 2, they given the 4 coupling reactions: Suzuki coupling, Heck coupling, Sonakazira coupling and Nagisi coupling. Here they given the starting metal or reagent. One is alkene with ester, an organoboron compound, organozinc compound, alkene and organotin compound. The 5 possibilities. They ask you to match what really happened to coupling there. Where the boron come, where the zinc come, where the tin come, where the alkyne come, alkene come there. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here 4 types of coupling. Let us realize what really happened to reactions. In Suzuki coupling, you need boron compound for carbon-carbon coupling. So definitely it's the second one, organoboron compound. For Heck coupling, you need a double bond there. So you have to choose alkene with ester there. Then the Sonakazira coupling, it need terminal alkyne. So the answer will be the 4th one. Then the Nagisi coupling, it need organozinc compound. So the answer is clearly A there. Here the concepts you have to learn here is the choice of the reagents during the coupling. Then the question number 3, they are asking the reductive elimination of the compound there. They given aromatic ring versus alkene coupling. The A or R bond is formed. They are asking how the reductive elimination occur favorably. Whether it is favored when R is CH3 or R is benzyl or R is the ketone there or the R is trifluoroethyl. So the 4 possibilities under reductive coupling elimination. So from the structure and possible R values, you might realize the question is really about substitution versus elimination. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here the R should be the electron donating group. If it is the electron withdrawing group, the bond will be very stronger. So it will be more ionic, more metal carbon bond will be there. It will be difficult to break. So the best choice will be electron donating group. So it will be definitely methyl. The answer will be A. Let us analyze the other possibilities. R is CH2PH. The carbon with electron withdrawing sp2 carbon, so it will be little bit electron withdrawing. The answer C, the carbon attached with electron withdrawing group CO, it is like B, so it will be also strong. Answer D will be very strong because it's attached with CF3, it's very much electron withdrawing group. So definitely B, C, D are not answer, only possibility is A. A is electron donating, so the bond breaking will be easy and coupling will be easy. Here the concepts you have to learn here is reductive elimination. For reductive elimination, the eliminating group should be electron donating. If not, it will be strongly bonded with metal. Then the eliminating product always should be the neutral. Then the question number 4. The starting metal is cyclohexane with many attachments. 2 methyl group and bromine. 2 methyl groups are syn to each other and bromine are anti to each other in the A. In the B1, same thing happened but different orientation of bromine. Instead of geminal, they are in the vicinal position. 2 methyl groups are in the vicinal and bromine is away from that. So they are asking the bromine stereochemistry there, whether it is in axial or equatorial. Whether bromine is axial in A or in B, equatorial in A or B, or both axial, both equatorial. So you have to guess the possibilities. So from the structure and possible answers, you might realize the question is really about bromine position versus its stability. The answer is B. Let us see how. Here let us write A and B structure. Normally stability decided by the equatorial position of bulky group. For our easy understanding, we will draw in the cyclohexane form. The methyl groups we have to draw in the same stereochemistry. In A structure, the methyl groups are in the syn position. In B structure, methyl groups are also in syn position but in 1,2 position and bromine. So let us analyze the possibility here. We draw bromine in axial and equatorial. In the first structure, bromine in the axial position is stable. If it is in the equatorial position, you have 2 methyl group, 2 sterically hindered position there. So in first structure, bromine in the axial position is stable. In the B structure, it is perfect. All will be in equatorial. So the bulky group in equatorial position is stable. But in the A, it's a little bit exception because you are compensating with methyl there. So the concepts you have to learn here is you have to count the number of steric effect. If it is a more steric effect, the structure will be least stable. Then the question number 5, they given the 4 compound which is the butane attached with dibromine there. They given the different stereochemistry. Bromine above, bromine below, hydrogen above, hydrogen below. They are asking you to find the enantiomer. So the possible answers they given, which one is which. From the possible structures and the answers, you might realize the question is really about 3D structure versus your imagination. So you have to imagine how to write the molecule from the Newman projection to Fischer projection and its mirror image for the enantiomers. The answer is D. Let us see how. Here C and D are enantiomer. Let us see how. Here C and D we converted it into the Fischer form. So for that we have to bring the methyl group to syn to each other. You can bring any groups into each other but you have to be consistent. Here I am bringing methyl groups into each other. So in both structure we bring the methyls into each other. Then we draw the stereochemistry. Then we convert it into the mirror image. The CH3 are above the plane. Then all will be on the side one. So when you bring methyl groups to each other, it will be easy to write in the Fischer form. So we have to write horizontal and vertical. Methyl will be on vertical, all others will be in horizontal. So if you draw nicely, you have the mirror image of C and D, which is the enantiomer. Here the concepts you have to know here is how to convert Newman projection into the Fischer projection. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.